What is up, Nuggets? It's your boy, Killer Pizza, here with a brand new video for you rascals and rapscallions out there. Now, I know many of you may be thinking, what in the world am I doing posting a video on a Friday, especially this late? But this is just a video I've been wanting to make all week long, and I just haven't gotten to it. I have two videos coming out Saturday and Sunday, both at noon. Tomorrow is going to be my Astronomicon 6.5 haul, and then on Sunday at noon is going to be my latest horror movie collection update, which I'm excited for that one because I haven't done one in quite a while. I feel a lot of the stuff I picked up have been from certain labels, packages from them, like Vinegar Syndrome and Arrow Video, Scream Factory, whatnot. But this is a pretty fun assortment. And anyways, yeah, I just want to make this video. Like I said, I've been on vacation all week. I've had all the time in the world, but I was kind of chilling, relaxing, getting caught up on a lot of things. And, you know, this is 2 days left of my vacation out of 10 days. And I'm actually kind of excited to go back to work. If it wasn't for these fires from Canada, which, as you guys know, I live in Detroit. So when I went out 2 days ago to the grocery store, it was crazy. You could smell smoke in the air like a bonfire. And the smoke was so thick in the air, it looked like a Godzilla movie or something. Something straight out of a horror film, which I won't lie, it kind of freaked me out. So hopefully everybody I work with has survived since I've been gone. I might actually wear a mask to work to, you know, protect my lungs. But the only issue is there's holes in this mask, so I don't think it's going to actually work too good. But anyways, that's my joke. I'm sticking to it. So as you can tell from the title, this is me talking about my past weekend. The first day off I had was last Friday. I had lots of fun plans Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And by the time I got home Sunday night, I just was on cloud nine. I didn't have the adrenaline dump yet. And I really wanted to make a video about it right then and there. But I didn't 1 week later, or 5 days later from Sunday. Here we are with the video. So first of all, I just wanted to say it was a great vacation. I had a lot of fun. Friday, I met up with a good friend of mine, Dennis, also known as Stuntman Mike, Mike Goodman, or Magic Mike, as they called him this past Saturday. And, you know, all feuding in the wrestling company aside, you know, we are actually pretty good friends, but don't tell nobody. It's our secret on this page, right? Shh. And, you know, I haven't been to a punk rock show in so long, and to be quite honest, a lot of my friends that I would go to these shows with back in the day, I mean, they're either settled down, married, in jail, or dead. You know, that's just how the game goes sometimes, and it fucking sucks. But luckily I went with my good friend Dennis, and he had two friends with them that I met that night, really cool people, and I really loved the show. It was opened up by the Descendants, which I've never seen them live before, and let me just say, guys, they fucking ruled. And then after that, the Circle Jerks, and then headlined by the Descendants. Here's a little photo up top. I shared my last video of outside the Fillmore in Detroit. And here's a photo of me and my good friend Dennis after the show. And it was just so much fun. I found myself like really bashful because, I mean, honestly, if I'm not in the pro wrestling ring or making these videos, sometimes I'm a little nervous around lots of people, you know, little anxiety going on and whatnot. So luckily I started slamming some pints of PBR, and before you knew it, I felt a little better. I felt a little looser. And shout out to my buddy Dennis, you know, just during the adolescence, him just kind of nodding his head and stuff and getting into it for the opening act, and just awesome ass dude outside of wrestling. One hell of a guy, and we had a blast, man. I just remember once the Circle Jerks started playing, I've seen them, the only band there that I've seen once before, I just jumped into the pit, and I was making a joke about it all weekend, like, how's my body going to hold up at 34 years old going to a punk show? I haven't been in a pit in so long. And Circle Jerks, Circle Pit, started jumping around in this shit, going crazy, and it's just like wrestling or anything else you would have a passion for, you know, we're like, I just got sucked into that shit so bad. It's like, I was in the pit for pretty much the whole time the Circle Jerks played, the whole time the Descendants played. So that was a couple hours. Everybody played pretty long sets, even for punk bands. And it's like, it just felt so good to feel alive and get into that pit and just feel the music and everything. And it's funny because apparently at my age, my size, a pro wrestler size, a 260-pound guy, I never thought I would be like the middleman in the Circle Pit. And I don't remember this guy's name. I was talking with him. This guy was like a 6'6" black guy. He said he was 60 years old, and he was like, rock and roll, man. You know, he didn't know much about the music, and he wanted to hop in there. So I found myself back to back with this guy. You know, we're kind of keeping the Circle Pit going and everything, you know, and helping people up when they fall, which everybody does that. That's a great thing about punk rock. You know, there's a good unity with everything in that type of music. But it was so much fun, and I remember just picking people up, throwing them up, crowd surfing. The one time I really felt like a pro wrestler at a punk rock concert is this dude was crowd surfing, real small guy. And he got flipped upside down and went down head first. This dude would probably, best case scenario, busted his head open, could have broke his neck. And I went down and caught him, cradled him like a baby, all the way down in full squat. This dude was about a foot from touching the ground. Picked him straight up, gorilla press, slammed him on top of the pit, and he went through the whole thing, man. And I had so much fun with all that, just telling all these guys, like, if you want to go up, we got you. Then a highlight for me at the concert was like, somebody might have mixed up what I was saying, but they're like, you want to go up? Like, to lift me up in a crowd surfing moment. And I'm like, bro, I honestly never crowd surfed in my life. I was always bashful about it when I was younger. And I'm 260, 265 right now. I was like, fuck it, man, I'm crowd surfing. When I got up, you could hear people underneath me. Lots of people having fun, yelling, hell yeah. But there's people like, fuck this dude. I remember they flipped me over. I do a backflip and land on my feet over the rail. And there's like this prissy looking girl in the front row. She goes, you're too fat to crowd surf. So I just gave her the old middle bird, fuck you. And that felt good, And guess what? Before the song even ended, I was all the way back through the crowd, back in the pit again, because it just took me back to the day. That's my favorite kind of music, is punk rock, and I felt fucking alive in that pit, I do plenty of things that make me feel that way. Pro wrestling, number one. I could feel that way at work, just working hard or working out, getting a good sweat in, but just like to feel that music and be around so many great people, it was one hell of a time. Like, I absolutely loved it. The Descendants came on next. I never seen them live. They absolutely killed it. Fun ride home, chilling with my new friends and my buddy Dennis, and I even picked up a little merch. You know how your guys got to do it. Though this is like a weird fitting shirt, it almost feels like they printed it backwards. There it is. We got the North American tour in the back. We were at the Fillmore in Detroit. But I can't say enough. It was so much fun. And the worst part about it, though, worst and best part, is my next Saturday I had to be up at 9 a.m. to be at the door at 10 a.m. But by the time I got home from the show at like 12:30, 1 in the morning, my adrenaline was going so much I just could not settle down. I stayed up all night listening to music, just chilling and whatnot. So by the time I had to leave and jump in the shower to get up and go the next day, I had like 3 hours of sleep. And I must just say, I had original plans to go see NoFX, Punk and Drublic on their retirement tour, my favorite band of all time. But a friend whose name I won't mention, that I haven't seen in a while, completely bailed on me. He didn't tell me till last minute, oh, he has court, he might go to jail or something. I seen he didn't go to jail. He's online with his girlfriend posting stuff, and you know what? That's cool, man. That's cool, but I just wish, I didn't get hoed out like that, because I could have found a way to go see the show, the retirement tour, with other people. You know what I mean? But at the same time, for that to be canceled and allow me to go wrestle at the 9-year anniversary show for IWE and then go catch Astronomicon 6.5 with good people, I can't be that mad about it, because it's not like I just sat at home. But lesson learned, keep your friends close, and people who say they are, I don't know what happened, but dude never told me nothing, so I won't hold no grudge. I'll just I won't forget, if that makes sense. So anyways, wish I had my mask right here. So I meet up with Cody and the Mighty Bojack, and the problem was they served $5 shots of tequila with all the pints of PBR you got. So I was not feeling too well, very little sleep. I had my Shameless face mask on the back seat, though I could not fall asleep. It was so hot. I wore slippers to the show, and it was rough going there. But I will say, as the day went on, I felt a lot better. Here's the flyer for the 9-year anniversary IWE show, and I'll leave the link to this wrestling company in the description. I've wrestled there for 7 years. Lots of my best friends work there. I shared a video I had, my match, the other day. But anyways, it was one of the hottest days at the show. So fucking hot. Just like, I remember getting in the ring and just dripping sweat. Like, I wasn't winded, I wasn't blown up. It just was nonstop sweat, just dripping sweat. And there was a pretty fun story we were telling, me and Bojack, where I injured his arm, and then I didn't think he would show. We did the whole 10-count deal, and he came out. You can see the video on my channel from a fan cam angle. I had a lot of fun with it, and as you can see from this clip right here, my night did not end too well. Hitting me with a motherfucking Stone Cold Stunner. But, These are some of my best friends in the business, some of my best friends overall I've met through professional wrestling. And it's just wild to be able to like be around so many like-minded people Friday night at the concert and just get that adrenaline out. And same thing Saturday, which I will say I was so sore Saturday. I feel like I got hit by a bus. The best way to describe it was like I felt like I was in a wrestling match. I remember like the very last song the Descendants played the night before, my calf muscles started cramping up. But I was so sore, beat up, so tired all day. But joking around, having fun, doing the damn thing. It was great. Then we all tore down the ring. Had a couple road beers before we got in the car and took off. Up at the Barski, and yeah, just make jokes, laugh, listen to music. That's what it's all about. I remember having a really deep conversation with my friend Cody, you know what I mean? And good guy, him and Bojack. So yeah, one hell of a night. I remember trying to keep it a little balanced, not too wild for the road beers I had, because I knew I had to wake up and go to Astronomicon 6.5. Now this is the third time going. I went to part 5, I went to part 6. If you want to see a vlog of part 6, I have it posted on my channel. Me and some of my friends going to it, but they made 6.5 because there was travel issues with Kevin Smith, who was the headliner. So this was kind of to make up things for the convention. And this is 4 blocks from my house. The first time I ever went, I just walked up there. It was a beautiful day. Way hotter this day, 90 degrees. It was hot in the venue and everything. And sometimes, the first time I went alone to a convention, I loved it. And this was no different. It's just so much fun to just meet friends. Same thing like at the concert, or, you know what I mean? Just, I loved it. I'll talk more about that and show you guys my haul on tomorrow's video. But I just want to say I loved it so much, had so much fun. I came home. I don't even remember what I was doing, just chilling and whatnot. But it's been a pretty badass vacation overall. And I think kind of like something I wanted to get at that like I love so much about this past weekend. It's like, for one friend that kind of bailed on me, I got to spend time with like my real friends. You know what I mean? I got to do everything I love to kick off this vacation. Music on Friday, wrestling on Saturday, and a movie convention on Sunday. There's a photo I'm going to share right here. This is from Saturday. Like, look at every person in this photo. I'm getting my ass kicked. He's beating the shit out of me, Bojack, but there's a smile on every single person's face. And that really means a lot to me, even as a villain, like just to be able to provide people that, and they're booing me and all, but I'm one of the people playing the trick on them. They're right in the palm of my hand, and there's just something about that, the adrenaline of that. And I'll always be thankful for being able to do that. I've had many, I wouldn't say many, but I've had injuries in wrestling, and it's all worth it just to do that shit. And same with go to the concert and be around my friends, wrestle the show, be around my friends, meet new friends at the convention. And I could talk more on this past week, right after my adrenaline was still going, because just overall I had a big feeling of pride and happiness just to be around the people I love, and to be able to entertain strangers or just meet strangers, and just, that's what it's all about. Like, do what you love, take care of yourself, make sure you got all your shit taken care of. But like Matthew McConaughey said in Dazed and Confused, I'm Livin, living. That's what you got to do out here in this fucked up world. Because, not to get too deep on it, I will say it's a crazy fucked up world. Like I said, I just walked out and looked like Godzilla was showing up. But you know what? It was one hell of a weekend. I ended up going out to eat dinner with my family, grabbed dinner for everybody. Picked up the AEW Fight Forever game this past Wednesday. If you have a gamer tag for that and you want to get that ass whooped, leave it in the comments. I'll whoop that ass. Free of charge. This is a No Mercy engine. I'm old. I got this shit. But anyways, maybe this video would have been better if I would have talked about this right after when my adrenaline was still high. And maybe it's better me doing it now after I had time to reflect. But either way, I just want to share with you guys this past weekend how much fun I had. I'm glad I took this time off. I appreciate each and every one of you. Speaking of friends, I don't talk about you guys like, ooh, a fan comment or something. That feels so like jaded in a lot of ways. Like even if I had like 100,000 subscribers, that just seems kind of like a douchebag thing. You know what I mean? You guys are all my friends. You're all my people, and I appreciate whenever you watch my videos, for one, but mostly when you interact with me and talk with me in the comment section. I always have time to bullshit about some horror. But other than that, I just want to say that was one hell of a weekend. I was exhausted for 3 days, and the overall things I take away from it is just do what you love and just be around the people that you love, and life will always be good, man. Don't fucking sweat the bullshit sometimes. You know what I mean? Just gotta fucking take the hits. You know, like think of a Rocky movie, man. You know, he had to take a lot of hits in order to get the victory. And sometimes, you know, they say good guys finish last. And I think like if you really work hard for what's yours and try to enjoy your time and you're not an asshole, good things are going to come to you. You just might get elbowed in the kidney in a mosh pit, called a fat asshole, or taking stone cold stunners from the mighty Bojack to get where you want to be. But either way, it's been one hell of a vacation, and it's been hot as fuck out here in Michigan, so I'm glad I didn't work this whole week. But anyways, appreciate you guys watching. Thank you again for subscribing to my channel and watching for all this time, guys. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you've ever seen any of those bands live. What's your favorite concert you ever been to? That was one of the best, but I would say Dropkick Murphys or Bad Religion. A handful of times I've seen them played some pretty badass sets. Let me know what your favorite wrestler is. Let me know if you think I kicked out at 1 from that Stone Cold Stunner. And other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow for my Astronomicon 6.5 unboxing video. Other than that, thank you guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Blood Guts Gore. I'll check you next time.